Welcome back to Scooby-Doo Recaps. Today I will show you a biography, comedy and drama film from 2011 titled The Intouchables. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. One night in Paris, Driss is driving his boss Philippe through the city. He gets bored while waiting in traffic and starts speeding through the streets, ignoring all traffic rules. This causes the police to go after him. Driss bets €100 that he can escape them, but the police block the road under a bridge and catch them. Still calm, Driss bets €200 that he can get a police escort. He steps out of the car and acts upset, telling the police that Philippe is sick and can't move. He says he's rushing him to the hospital. The officers see the wheelchair in the car and look at Philippe, who pretends to have a seizure. The police believe him and decide to escort them. Driss plays September by Earth, Wind and Fire, and once they arrive, he shares a smoke with Philippe before quickly driving away. But this friendship started a while ago. Philippe and his assistant, Magali, were holding interviews to find a new caretaker. None of the applicants seemed right. Then Driss walks in. He isn't there for the job, just to get a paper signed saying he applied so he can receive unemployment benefits. He's rude, blunt, and even flirts with Magali. But Philippe finds him funny and tells him to come back the next day. Driss lives in a poor neighborhood with his big family. He tries to take a bath, but his younger siblings keep bothering him. His sister Mina helps him. Driss sees his younger brother Adama getting out of a suspicious car and wonders what he's up to. When his mom arrives, Driss gives her a fancy egg he stole. She's angry. Driss had disappeared for 6 months, and now shows up like nothing happened. She kicks him out. Driss spends the night with his friends and goes to Philippe's house the next day. The housekeeper, Yvonne, shows him around and even the room he would get if he takes the job. Driss is amazed by the private bathroom. When he meets Philippe again, Philippe offers both the signed paper and a job offer for a 1-month trial. Driss takes it. Philippe jokes he won't last 2 weeks. Driss learns how to take care of Philippe, massaging his legs, putting him in the wheelchair, bathing and dressing him. Some tasks, like cleaning Philippe after he uses the bathroom, make Driss uncomfortable, but he agrees to do them. One evening, Driss meets Philippe's daughter, Elisa, and her boyfriend Bastien. They bother him on the roof, and he kicks them out. At first, Driss makes mistakes, like giving Philippe the phone instead of holding it to his ear, or forgetting the baby monitor. He also learns how to sort Philippe's mail. He finds some private letters and even a flyer for female escorts. Instead of throwing them out, he keeps them in a file. Driss enjoys his life in the mansion. He keeps flirting with Magali, though she never responds. He also invites escorts to his room. One morning, Yvonne scolds him for waking up late and finds weapons in his bag but says nothing. Driss takes Philippe out in a fancy car instead of the usual van. At first, Philippe says it's a bad idea, but then he enjoys the ride. When a neighbor blocks their gate, Driss threatens him to move his car. Philippe is impressed, but Yvonne isn't. They go to an art gallery where Philippe wants to buy a red painting. Driss thinks it's silly. Later, a relative warns Philippe that Driss has a criminal record and can be dangerous. But Philippe doesn't care. Driss is the only one who treats him like a normal person. That night, Driss has dinner with Yvonne. Philippe is dictating a letter to Magali for a woman named Eleanor. Yvonne explains they've been writing letters for months, but never met. Driss teases Yvonne about the gardener who likes her. Later that night, Philippe has a panic attack. Driss helps calm him down and takes him for a night stroll by the river. Philippe shares his pain, saying medicine doesn't always help, and he sometimes feels pain in body parts he can't move anymore. He also reveals he enjoys getting his ears massaged because they're sensitive. Driss offers him a joint and Philippe ends up liking it. Over dinner, Philippe tells Driss about his late wife. She had 5 miscarriages and died from an illness. They adopted Elisa together. Philippe loved extreme sports, and during a paragliding accident, he became paralyzed. But he says his real pain is losing his wife. Driss has now passed the trial and is officially hired. Philippe tells him to return the egg he stole, as it was a gift from his wife. The next day, Driss talks to Mina and asks her to find the egg. He also checks on Adama, who was caught with drugs. Driss wants to help, but Adama brushes him off. Driss watches Philippe dictate a letter to Eleanor and teases him about the poetic words. He can't believe they've written for 6 months without even sharing photos. When Driss finds her phone number, he calls her. Philippe is forced to talk to her, and the call goes really well. They start talking often. Driss helps Philippe choose a photo of himself in the wheelchair to send her, but Philippe secretly changes it to an old photo where he isn't paralyzed. Elisa later mocks Driss for painting. He gets angry and tells Philippe she needs to be disciplined. As time passes, Philippe and Driss become closer. They go out, enjoy meals, play in the snow, and go running. Philippe gets Driss a nice suit. Driss paints and shows Magali, but she slaps him when he tries to kiss her. Philippe likes the painting and says he'll try to sell it. During Philippe's birthday, many relatives visit. Philippe finds the parties boring. Meanwhile, Driss finds Elisa crying. Her boyfriend called her names and broke up with her. Driss agrees to talk to him for a price. Philippe sells Driss's painting to a relative for 11,000 euros. Driss plays upbeat music and dances, lifting the party's mood. Everyone joins in, and Philippe enjoys watching. Later, Driss reads a letter from Eleanor with her picture. She wants to meet. On the day of the date, Philippe gets dressed but loses confidence and leaves the restaurant before she arrives. That night, Philippe and Driss fly to the countryside. Philippe gives Driss the money from the painting. They go paragliding together. Driss is scared at first but ends up enjoying it. Back home, Adama is there but won't explain his bruises. Driss comforts Mina and checks on Philippe. Philippe asks Driss about his past. Driss reveals his real name is Bakari Bassari. His aunt and uncle raised him in France after bringing him from Senegal. They later had children of their own. Philippe says Adama needs a strong role model and tells Driss to go take care of his family. So he fires him. The next day, Driss says goodbye. He finally learns that Magali is in a relationship with another woman. He gives the baby monitor back to Yvonne and throws away the escort file, but keeps Philippe's photo. Outside, a car blocks the gate again. Driss makes the driver move, saying it's about respect. Driss and Adama pick up their mother from the station. Philippe tries to get along with a new caretaker but feels lonely. One night, he refuses help during a panic attack, so Yvonne calls Driss. Just like at the beginning, they end up with a police escort again. Driss later takes Philippe to the sea to calm his mind. He shaves Philippe and drops him at a restaurant, where Eleanor is waiting. Philippe is nervous but happy. The real Count Philippe Pozzo di Borgo now lives in Morocco. He has remarried and has 2 daughters. Driss, whose real name is Abdel Yasmin Selou, now runs his own business and has a family. The 2 men remain close friends to this day.